brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the New Orleans Saints. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Wilson. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Steps away. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry. No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the Saints are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Okay, just like that. Just like that. 52's the mic right here. Over there, right? 52's the mic. Come on. 36 is 36. 50, yellow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Kamara try the right side. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes got a man and he hits him in stride. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Mahomes. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, it's Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. There's McLaurin. What a catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Gibson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Touchdown, Washington. From 8 yards out, and Washington has taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Washington 14, Saints 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And here's Kamara on the read option. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And some room to work. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Saints 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just a yard to go here on second down. A give. This is Kamara.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
At the 30-yard line.
Second and 11 now. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit it.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes throw complete there to Moore. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And again, it's Mahomes. Again, he finds Moore. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
From the 31, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
10 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd and very short, Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And he stopped immediately there.
Zach Bond there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? Just got thrown off? He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He stay on his feet. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 27 yards. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Saints 17. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Mahomes will throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Here's Wilson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Saints are right back in this football game.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago. That turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Mahomes. Going up top. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
A 45-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. It's a first down and more for Gibson, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
First down, Washington.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the Saints are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's a 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. To throw, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.